Hi guys, Dave in Texas here, and what you're looking at is the new little Epiphone 339. And every time you see one of these, the first thing I thought when I saw them on video was, how big is that? It looks exactly the same size as a 335 or my 355, and there's my 355 right beside it to show you a size comparison. So this is going to be an obligatory videotape showing you the size comparisons of the new little 339. And one of these may shock you when I show you a comparison to it. It's like, wow, I didn't know it was that small. Anyhow, just real quickly, so I can zoom in or out of this thing. Look at that sound hole. Now on the two guitars, there obviously is a sound hole, an F sound hole, but the thing is, they're different sizes, but not by much. So if you look at this, the very top of that piece of plastic is where the 355 sound hole stops. Okay, all right, see that? So there's not that much difference, maybe an inch difference in the size of the, size and width of the F-style sound holes. Now the darndest thing is the ES-339 has two sound holes on it, just like the 355 does, but only on the standard and the pro models. Alright? On the ultra model, it's due to the nano mag pickup right there. Alright, right there above. I need some more light on this thing. Come on, focus, baby. Right there above the bridge pickup. Just basically more electronics involved with it, and no place to put them, especially if you cut another sound hole in this thing. Right? That'd be a mistake. So, what they have done in essence is almost create another Supreme. Whereas you can't work on the darn thing except through the sound holes. But, well, fortunately, the 339 has a back plate to it, which you've seen, that you can get in there and work on electronics. Much better than the Supreme. Anyhow, let's go with this real quick. This guitar in particular, this 355, the only reason it is a 355 because it has the better accoutrements on it, basically. It's got the rectangular fret markers to the first fret. It's got the diamond logo on it, like all customs do. I can see that a little better. Yeah, I can see a little bit of it. And the binding that the customs have on them, front and back, compared to the plain dot. And otherwise, it's pretty much the same guitar. Now, originally, and some people don't know this, originally the 355 came out as a stereo guitar, in that it was trying to compete with one of the Gretsch models. It had a triple setup magnet underneath the cavity of the bridge pickup, right? Very special. Kind of dug in there. And it has stereo jack plate on the bottom of it. And a tone knob that controlled the tones of the guitar, right? And the pickup setup. So it's pretty neat. But the sales of it were terrible. It was still a thin body ES guitar that no one wanted to pay all that extra money for that particular stereo gig setup. If they wanted that, they thought they'd go with a Gretsch that had done a much better job anyway. So Gibson made very few of them, and that's why they're so collectible now. They're like triple to quadruple the original prices, and the tens of thousands of dollars for a, pristine one. Anyhow, what else about this? The weight of my 355 is about, I guess, a little over 10 pounds, or around 10 pounds the most. Now, strangely enough, the little 339, it's like 7.5 pounds. It's not very heavy. It's kind of really lightweight. But that's very enjoyable compared to actually getting a guitar that's had all the guts cut out of the wood. It's like, damn, that's bound to have some type of echoing effect. And as anyone that's played a guitar that's full hollow body, they know they still feed back. So who wants more hollow body? It's like, no thanks, fill those holes in. Let's see, the neck on the ES is the same length as the 355. The head is the same height, width, just different shape because it's Gibson versus Epiphone. The binding's the same, down the sides. A little binding on front, instead of front and back, and single bound, not triple. But realize this is a China-made guitar that's a real one. This is a fake Gibson. So they went a lot more trouble trying to make this look more like the real deal. Whereas this one is the real deal, and costs so much more than this one did. This one, I think, was like $300. This one was $599. Originally $899. They dropped it to $799. And I got it for $599 because a couple of scratches on it. So now you're looking at the two guitars side by side, which they're always compared to. Now here's the neat part about this video. I'm going to do an exact comparison to them. I can stand up. I am going to actually first of all, unplug this thing and turn this amp off. Sorry guys, a little noise. Let me turn this amp off real quick. Sorry about that. I got it plugged in. I was playing it earlier. So now you're looking at not a very good comparison. Let me do this a little better. Now you're doing it from bottom to bottom and top to top. I can get a little better views of these. You can see the difference. Now the width of the neck on the on the Epiphone is a lot thinner than the 355's neck. And the 355 is the old style D shape, and the Epiphone is the D shape, but it's thinner. In other words, some of it's been cupped out, but it's still a D shape, true D shape, which I don't really like. I mean, as I mentioned before on the other Epiphone I had on this site, they make very, very fast necks. I'm very impressed with the necks of the Epiphones, especially these ones lately. All right, so now you're looking at a direct comparison, side by side and front to back. Let's do it the other way around. Give you an idea what that's all about. Keep from scratching these up too much. And now you can see that the 355 completely, hides the 339 all the way up. All right. But again, the necks are the same length and same number of frets, all things the same. Just since the bottom is much bigger on the 355 compared to the 339, it just looks that way. Alrighty, now let's take this one out and put in a Les Paul. This is what shocked me. Of course, the weight on this one is a little odd because it's Supreme and it's a fake, so none of the weight's been taken out, and it weighs freaking 12 pounds. It's got the old style D neck, and it's huge, thick, wide, And this looks like it feels like a real Les Paul compared to the ES model. That the neck feels like an Epiphone model. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Go up on that, give you an idea. And if it wasn't for the horn shape differences, they'd hide one another. Let's do it the other way around. Now these are pretty much sitting same bottom to same bottom. You can see the only thing really showing on this is the hump where the three-way is on the Les Paul. And the necks and the heads are about the same positions, you know, pretty close except for the angles. So basically with a 9-pound regular Les Paul without the cutouts in it, you're looking at the size of a Les Paul and 2.5 pounds, well, 2 pounds, a pound and a half lighter in the ES-339, which makes it very nice, right? Sound-wise, between the two, you'd have to just listen to them. There is a big difference sound-wise because you're looking at the Alincos that Epiphone designed specifically for this guitar compared to the 57s from Gibson I put in this one. Right? As well as the different tuners and bridges and all that good stuff. This still has all the original everything on it. And the way it's set up, it just may have that forever on it because the electronics are very difficult to work on this guitar. And it's going to take a lot more than me just fiddling around, you know, like I would in the shop. This will take a set of schematics to get this thing done. So, if you have any questions about this guitar, right, the 339, feel free to give me a holler, okay? And if the one question is, would I recommend this guitar? Yes, I would. This is a guitar that you can use as a pro, as a beginner, right? Get it for your kids or get it for yourself. It's a great little guitar. And could you gig with it? Sure you could. You know? Now, there's some things I'd change on it before I went out on a show or on the road with it. I'd make sure those knobs were tightened up and that there's nothing wrong with them or any questions about them. I'd have electronics gone over, but other than that, this guitar is 100%. And the tuners are excellent on it, which is, you know, the main thing. Now, another thing I think I'd change before I took off on the road, that friggin' tuna mag. Man, I hate those things. And yes, this one buzzes too, and it's that damn fret wire. Sorry, the bridge connecting wire that's on the top of this thing that vibrates and creates noises. This is what I put on there instead, which is on its way as we speak in the mail. Probably should get there after the 1st. And I'd be happy to show it to you if you'd like to see the installation. Very simple to do. Since it is an Epiphone, all to do is take the old one off, leave the post in place, and just screw the new one on. And bingo bango, it's done. Very simple. Okay? Anyway, Dave in Texas, have a good one. Bye.